make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Is $150,000 Cadillac too much? So, 2023 is a Cadillac Escalade ESV, or the V usually is for vet, the Corvette, right? But it's the Corvette engine. Base price $152,000. Now, first and foremost, most people can't afford a $152,000 car at all. But I want to take this somewhere else too. The fact that they're making a Cadillac at this particular brand at $152,000. And by the way, Jeep has the Grand Cherokee. That's roughly $100,000 base price. GMC has the Denali. I want to say that's like 80 something base price. The Lincoln Navigator, like 80, 90 something, depending on the one you're talking about. I think the Black Badge Obsidian is like, I want to say 98 or something like that, or 102 or something like that. But I'm making this point to say, and I'm talking about American-made cars. I'm making a point to say this. If you had the money, would you buy an Escalade with that money or a Range Rover? I mean, you could darn near buy and with when you add things to the car, like you want certain features, it goes up to $200 and something thousand, 223, 233. It goes up. Would you buy a Lamborghini with that? Would you buy a Bentley SUV with that? Like I said, we buy, you could buy a few Range Rovers for under that price, right? At base model. And when it comes to luxury items, Cadillac has been an American luxury, but I don't know if we're doing this. You know what I'm saying? And what it struck me about was when we talk about inflation. And basically, I looked at it like, okay, if Cadillac is basically starting off around the same price as a G-Wagon in some sense, we got a problem. Seriously, we got a problem. Now, and one reference is dope, because if somebody bought a $152 Cadillac Escalade, right? A person wouldn't necessarily think they paid $150,000 for an Escalade. They wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? I remember Escalades and Navigators and stuff like that. When they first came out, that was like 20 years ago, 22 years ago. They were maybe 23, whatever. They were kind of, it was like around 45 grand or something like that. Now it's just like, it's exploded. So, what is Ford going to do? Because you really, like, think about it. What if the next thing you saw was a Expedition, here's a $100,000 Expedition. And they up there. Expeditions is up there now. What are we doing? And on top of that is the resale value, because when I think about it, what happens when the price goes down? Like, what happens? You bought it for $150. Let's just say, 152, the base model. And what happens a year and a half later? What is it then? Is it 80,000? Is it 70,000? You know what I'm saying? What is it? Because then it's like, I done paid all this money for this doggone thing. Because the cars basically, like the housing market, depending on where you at, I would say houses now roughly between 200,000 average, depending on where you at, from 200,000 to 400,000. So you basically got a car that was reachable for a lot of Americans. The Escalade was a reachable car at a certain point. Now it's becoming unreachable for an American. And I think about that when I was thinking about when I talked about the prices of apartments versus homes and mortgages. How I looked at saw an apartment site today. Studio apartment 1,400, 1 bedroom 1,700, 2 bedroom. I want to say it was 2,500, 26, something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, a crash just because we ain't got it is inevitable. And even if you got it, I don't think you want to let people know you got it by driving around in something, because people gonna go, you know how much that costs? Because I think any American right now would say, Escalade 150, like, and I get you're trying to compete with Mercedes and BMW, and technically when you up the Range Rover, and you technically trying you jumping into that market with Bentley, Lamborghini, Rolls Royce. You're close, because if you go up some more, you basically, you're gonna be in the Rolls Royce coloring category, and Audi. I think what is that? Audi. God dang, it's SR4. I forget the name of it right now. RS Quattro, something like that. That's basically in the same ballpark. This lets me know, man, we're probably going to hit it's not really going to be an economic downturn for rich people, but everybody else, it's basically the beginning of showing you there's going to be an America you can afford barely, and in America you might as well not even look at it. Because with $150,000 Escalade, it's becoming America you might not even want to look at it. But tell me what you think, man. Like, share, subscribe or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna say it again.